What's up, guys? It's your boy Brian True here to give you 10 things. 10 things an audio engineer should have on every single gig. Well, I'll rather say 10 things that I have on every single gig. And I'm gonna run them down in case you wanna just get the 10 things and get out of here, because I know that a lot of us have ADD. So, number 10, headphones. Actually, are these 10 things? These are things that I have on every single gig. Headphones, cables, adapters, a spare microphone, DI, gaff tape, batteries, and chargers. Ooh, that was a good one. These are the things that I've had on every single gig as an audio engineer. The one gig that I said, I might not need it, was the exact same gig that I absolutely wish that I had it. So, not in any particular order of importance, but here we go. Headphones. So, whether you want to say number one or number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or number 8, I guess there's 8 things. So number 8, headphones. An audio engineer should always have headphones on every single gig, because you need to know what it is that's going on inside of the console and how it sounds inside of the console, so that you can get an accurate EQ as possible before you listen to the front of house or the monitor speakers. That is very, very essential, because you can be listening to something that's going on inside of the house and your house EQ could actually be wrong. Granted, we hope that our house EQ is great and all those wonderful things, but that's not always the case. So, headphones, you always want to have headphones. 2, cables. Oh my God, time and time again, I tell you, there's not been a time where I wish or I had and needed to use a cable, whether it was an XLR cable, short, long, 3 foot, 6 foot, 10 foot, 25, 50, or 100 foot. I've always had, well, I don't carry around a 100 foot XLR cable with me, it's normally in the case. But in my bag, I have like this bag, and it's not here with me, but I have this bag that I carry with me on every single gig, and inside of that bag is where I have these things. And one of those things is cables, whether it's an XLR cable, a 1/4-inch cable, and the infamous 3/5, as most layman people call it, the aux cord. The aux cord. It's not an aux cord. I'm an audio engineer, I'm telling you. It's not an aux cord. It might be, depending upon how you route it. But whatever. Siri just asked me, what do a stereo Cortez cable, whatever. Next is adapters. Yo, how many times have you had a mixer or you walked into a situation where you might just be an engineer in the situation and you're not providing any of the equipment? And that's what most of these cables comes into play. When I'm not providing the gear for a gig, I'm just showing up to engineer a situation. And for whatever reason, this isn't here. And I've had to either bring it, or I've had to call somebody to bring it for me, or whatever. So adapters, whether it is a 1/4-inch to 1/4-inch adapter, RCA adapter, 1/4-inch to XLR male to XLR female adapter. I'll always keep a few of these adapters in my bag at all times, because you never know when they're gonna come in handy. Another thing, a spare dynamic microphone. If I can tell you the number of times I wish I had, or I've had to use my Shure SM58 that I keep in my bag, oh my God, yo, I can't even, I need more fingers. I need more fingers, because I always need a microphone. Either the microphone is bad, somebody forgot the kick drum microphone, and I had to throw an SM58 on the kick drum because we needed the kick drum microphone. You can't have a band without having a microphone on the kick drum. Let's let that be known. A spare DI. Now, that's debatable, but there are a few times where I've actually needed to have a spare DI in my bag, and just for that reason, I keep one. Maybe the keyboard player, he needs one, there wasn't one in the case. For whatever reason, you needed a spare. This DI went bad. I had a situation where the DI, it was one of those stereo green Pro DI boxy stereo joints. They sound really good. However, I've come across at least 2 or 3 scenarios where those DIs have went bad. I'm gonna get into some reviews one of these episodes too. So next, gaff tape. You always carry around some gaff tape. And because I'm a shooter also, a videographer also, sometimes I just keep a couple strips of gaff tape. Actually, I always keep a couple strips of gaff tape on the back side of my camera bag, because you never know when it's gonna come in handy. Normally, most people who I mix for, they have gaff tape there, without a doubt, because they just know whenever you have a gig and you're setting up for a show, you need gaff tape to tape cables down. But there are some instances, not very many, but some instances where I need gaff tape, and it's always good to have gaff tape. Batteries. Several times I've had a situation, whether it be AA or 9 volt, whether your microphones take 9 volt or AA, you still want to have some of both, because a lot of times I use microphones that use AA batteries. However, the bass player might need a 9 volt, or the guitar player might have an active DI, and that active DI might take a 9 volt, and its DI happened to go out, and you need another 9 volt battery to replace that one in the DI. Lastly, and this is the one thing that many engineers fail to bring on a gig. And you would think that we will always have this in our bag or always have this in our pocket. An iPad or a cell phone charger. It never fails that I always need to either charge my phone or someone in the band needs to charge their iPad. Always, 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 always carry around a charger. Wanna know why? Because we're in the digital age. We're in the age of the physical faders are phasing out. Now granted, you have some old school heads who would slap me if I said this, but come on guys, let's get real. Let's get with it. You hear me? You hear me? The old school ways are phasing out. Now you have some cats like, all hail to the king. Dave Rat, he still sometimes mixes on analog consoles. You have some old school guys that only mix on analog consoles. You have some old school guys that don't use compression, don't use gates. Hey, more power to you. But I tell you this, player, I'm gonna use every single tool that is available to me to make my job easier, efficient, and a great quality for my listeners, for my own reputation, and for my client. That's what I'm talking about. So, all that said, make sure you have a charger. Every 2 weeks, man, we're gonna be doing these. It might be audio, it might be video, it might be photography, it might be graphic design, but this is Brian True, and this is Brian True TV, man. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.